Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting edition of the Your Little Castle Show. We are always looking for those who are leaders in our community that are really making a difference and impacting our little planet. So a longtime friend of mine, Jerome Leaks, reached out to me, and I'm going to do the little slide camera so all of us are on camera here. But Jerome on the far end over there, Sean right here. Sean is a leader in the community too. And when these guys got together, we started chatting about ways we can really do things to reach out to people, to identify some things that people need to learn about, hear about from some people who've been successful. That's what the show here is all really about, is highlighting those leaders that help to make your home into your little castle, and the businesses that make that happen. So with that, give a warm welcome to our guests here on the show today, Sean Frank Levy and Jerome Leaks.
What up?
Well,
hello, everybody.
Welcome to the show, everybody. There they are.
Thank
Jerome, you got to do your stretcher. I got the camera.
You got to do the pose. Just don't hit me in the eye.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. I love it. Classic. Got to do it. Signature move.
But that's part of what we're going to talk about. Jerome is an exercise enthusiast, somebody who stays in shape. That's where you guys met, though. You guys were working out at the gym together, right?
At the gym,
and you both, obviously, these guys, I feel very safe and secure when I'm around these guys. If
As you should.
Nobody's going to cause any trouble while they're sitting next to me. But great work you guys do in the community, and we're going to talk about that a little bit too. Jerome, like myself, went through a very serious health issue and came out of it, but he believes that because of his health and his great health, look at Jerome, he's in great shape, he was able to recover from that in a fashion where most people would not. And so we're going to get into a little bit of the psychology, a little bit of the help that you got from the community and what it was, and then what this whole Truth Worth Trillions show is all about. It kind of all plays together. Tell me about that. Who wants to start off with me and talk about the show?
I'll start off a little bit.
Right.
We'll pass it up and bounce it around to Sean here shortly.
All right.
But Truth Worth Trillions was a show that originally was created through myself and my cousin. Unfortunately, it didn't work out with him. I think he had some bigger and better things to do, and so forth. I had already had plans to invite Sean on the show just to talk about fitness and health based on the fact that he works out at the gym, and that's where I met him about 8 months ago, right?
Yep, 8 months.
So he came on the show. He filled the spot in reference to the vacancy, and the chemistry was great. So I said, you know what, Sean, what do you think about coming alongside me and just helping me co-host the show on a regular basis? And he said,
sure. Hey, I'm like, whatever you want. You can't tell this man no. Look at him. So he came over and he asked me, and I was like, whatever you want to do, my man. You're going to be on the show no matter what you say. I'm like, hey, I'm there, whatever you need. But no, it was like I say, it's almost like we was brothers. We was in sync from day one when I met him. It was just like we've been knowing each other for years. And that feel, I guess, in that mode made us do this easy. It was just like an easy transition. So I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it.
We had the same energy. It's like when you have somebody that has the same passion, the same drive. Sean's pretty cut up. He's not as tall as me, but he's pretty cut up. So it's a certain amount of dedication that you have to get to a certain point. And when you see that dedication, you see that commitment. Those are just couple of qualities that you have. And so it makes the show very easy to do because we think alike. We spend the same amount of time up at night cutting clips and thinking of ideas, setting a little time to be proactive with some of the discussion that we have. So it's great. I love doing it.
Yeah. So tell me, guys, why did this particular method or message, Truth Worth Trillions? There's some value. You're saying there's some great value in the truth. Correct. Obviously, I think I was with you when we were game planning a little bit because I produced the show with Jerome and his guys here, and in the Cardinal Cowboy Studios. And when we sat down, we really started. What's the best way to really influence and impact people? And be honest with them, tell them that truth. Sometimes it's a little hard for people to hear, but you've already had an incredible response. I don't know if we're going to get into. We've got some attention from some big names out there already that are coming to help make this happen. Hopefully, and what's the overall message that you would like to convey, and how do you want to bring this to the community?
Well, my thing is, I just want to be able to be engaged. I think that there are so many different perspectives that people look at things, and I don't really think that all those are valued as much as they should. Different areas, different places, different cultures. So my thing is, I like to be able to talk about a lot of different things and to be able to have as many people of different backgrounds to be engaged, to just kind of get an understanding of how other people live, how other people's viewpoint are. So, and when you can do that, and you start doing that by being selfless in a way that helps, which is where Sean comes into play, because Sean has introduced me to this protein, and his ideas is protein, but Sean has a pre-workout that he takes, and he does a lot of things for his clients at the gym. So it's the training and the fitness. It's just one way to open up that door as a connection to be able to get into to speak to people about just anything in general.
Yeah. All right, that makes sense. Frank, Sean, tell me what it is that you feel like you're doing to impact, and what the messages you want to convey.
And it's like you said, honesty, and like I say, Truth Word Trillions, meaning we're gonna bring it to you rugged and raw. So let's be frank is one of my sayings that I say when I do my little skits, and it's just because I'm telling you the honest truth and the honest opinion, because like you said, people need to hear it, because one thing about it is you can't sugarcoat things in life and expect people to grow, change, or gain any knowledge. So you got to kind of bring it to them and say, hey, listen, the stuff you're doing, it's not working. You need to change this. You want to do finance. You want to be in fitness. You can't just come in here and think that things are going to change just because you're there. You're going to have to put in the work. You're going to have to put in the knowledge. You're going to have to do the research in order for things to change. So I feel like
we'll say it to you nicely the first time.
Yeah.
We'll say it to you.
Yeah. We'll be humble.
We'll say it to you nice and polite the first time. Hey, listen, you're going to have to take it easy now. Yeah. But if you don't, and then we see you doing it again, that's when we coming at you.
Yes, like we're like grandparents, or like parents. You know what I'm saying? They try to tell you one time, but if you don't get it, you got to bring some more to you to make you understand.
They say when we was kids, your head like wood.
Right. So when you got a hard head, what they say makes a soft bottom, it's real truth to that. So we just try to bring it to them for real. I remember that one the hard head makes. I'm like, really?
I like how you said a little truth to that.
Yeah, that's so. But like I say, and then the product, like I say, we want to bring stuff to people where it's really, really based on being all natural stuff that you really need, no sugar, no calories, because a lot of these products has a lot of sugar, a lot of calories in it, and they're trying to tell you that it's going to help you and benefit you, but it's going to keep you in the same vicious cycle because you're still taking in sugar. Makes no sense. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to, like you say, real truth, let it be known. And like I said, I had a lot of people that come to me like, man, how did you come up with this? And what is that? Yeah,
I did that.
Mm-hmm. And I will give you every knowledge, all the codes to how to come up with your own thing. Like I said, we want to help people grow. Finance, fitness, lifestyle, everything is in conjunction. Like I always say, you want to be a better person, you want to be a bigger person, ask questions. Never be scared to ask us anything, because we're going to tell you the truth.
And you can also go to, and for the sake of time frame, you can go to our Truth Worth Trillions Facebook page, and that'll direct you to where you can potentially get some of the Fit Code Green Apple pre-workout. Which
call us.
Absolutely, it's amazing. Like I said, I Sean and I met. He told me about the pre-workout that he used. I tried it, no crash. It was the perfect amount. I didn't have that big giant bulky container that you have to dig to scoop out. You got to to find it.
Yes.
So yes, it was great. It works well. So Truth Worth Trillions on Facebook or
the Fit Code,
YouTube and the Fit Code. You can find it.
Phone numbers up. Look, the phone numbers on the Truth Worth Trillions page. Call any questions. Like I say, me and Rome will be glad to answer them. And if we can't, we will get the answers for you.
Yeah, well, I'll even put up on the page up here for everybody on the wall. Take a look there. This is the fan page for the Fit Code, and got a great website there with all the information you need, and you can really just figure out everything you need. Because this pre-workout, this is something that really helps. You put this together yourself. You came together with all of the ingredients necessary. Something that nobody else has put together so far in the market.
Nope.
And it outperforms anything out there because there's nothing like it.
Nothing like it.
It's something out there, but they're not that.
Nah.
Yeah,
and the whole concept behind it, I'm gonna give you a little bit of concept behind it. So the jug and the jar, it's a 30-day supply. And with that 30-day supply, you got to take that whole jug or jar to consume everything that's been needed. And it's like this. You have a bag of Skittles and you got 5 red, 5 green, 5 yellow. And you shake it up and you say, I just want to take 2 each Skittle, and you dig your hand in there, I guarantee you're not going to come out with an even amount of Skittles. So this here is conjunction to where it's added and evenly based to where everything is put in there naturally. One pack.
Hold it up. Yeah, and move your right hand. There you go, right there.
Yeah, so there's this one pack is everything you need for that 1 day daily dosage. You don't have to take a 30-day supply to get what you need for 1 day. This is going to give you what you need for that 1 day.
Okay, yeah. Beautiful.
So,
and you took the time to research the ingredients, to figure out the right nutrients, right amounts, everything that is necessary and needed for people to get that proper
doses for that day.
Doses for the day, so they get a full workout.
And as you can see, we know what we're talking about.
Right, you know what I'm saying. He's a firm believer. He's not just a firm believer, but he's also a client.
There you go. Well, that's what we talk about. So the Truth Worth Trillions overall message is to convey that, to bring to people what it is that allows people to be healthy, positive, energetic, overcoming any kind of hurdles, like the hurdle you overcame, near death.
I did.
If you want to talk about that situation a little bit, why did you felt like you were equipped to come through something like that?
3 years. Well, at that point, I had been working out for almost over 20 years, and I lived in Louisville, Kentucky. I went out on a date, and I came back home. I believe I ate too much. I fell asleep. I threw up on my back, and I aspirated. So I basically woke up 4 days later. Had been told I was on life support for the last 4 days, that I had been in very critical condition, and if they were to turn my body so that the gravity could naturally deplete the air, the toxins in my lungs, that I would not make it. My mother and my ex-wife and my aunt were told that had I not been in the physical condition that I was in at the time, that I would not be here speaking to you right now. So the working out, the consistency of the workouts, the training, the knowledge, the nutrition for the extended amount of time that I had been doing it basically saved my life.
So there you go. Health, taking care of your body physically, and that affects your mental state. All that works together so you can pull through. I'm very fortunate myself. I went through the coma and accident. I was 19 when it happened. They talk about it when you're older, that's harder to bounce back from. But it's also that mental positivity you've got to have to that. They said that they were going to take care of me the rest of my life. Still some question about that. But I did pull through. So tell me, I'll start off with you, Sean. What is it about your business that really provides your passion to do these kinds of things, to help the community, to make these kinds of products and services?
I think so. I see in people from learning from my own mistakes, like you say, learning at a young age on taking so many different things and trying to better myself is always I guess to me, a lot of people look out for the money. So the money will come and everything else will come when you try to help out people in the right way. So I never looked at it as, well, I want to make the most I can, or how can I charge people for this? My main thing was health, because like I said, a lot of people be out here trying their best to get healthy, trying their best to figure out. That's one of the biggest things now in America is healthy people. So I'm like, why not give it to them rugged and raw and say, hey, this is what you need for your body. This is what you need to do to get healthy. This is what you need to get your mind together and clarity. Like Jerome was saying, it's about being able to pull through a struggle. And without being physically fit and having a mental state, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it in this world today.
Ice skating uphill. It's like ice skating uphill.
Yeah.
You don't want
so
ice skating
that drive that you both had, like I say, coming out of something, it's mental. Like I said, you wasn't there. You was pretty much gone. And the will to live is embedded because of the pain and endurance of working out. It's pain. It's a struggle.
That's a strong message there. We're going to break out the hat early for this one because we already hit an important note. But it was because a lot of people say do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life and money will come, right? But what you were saying is help other people and the money will come. And I like that because that is really true, because it just seems like it's a psychological, it's a very logical perspective that the more people you help, the more friends you've built, relationships, the more that can come back around. It's hard to have people that are going to hate on you if you're helping people, right?
When you go out and you're selfless and you do things for people, it's noticed. Whether you recognize people seeing you do it, it's noticed. I had a gentleman who I went to high school with that I saw last weekend, right before I was going to my cousin's birthday party, and I saw this guy, and I hadn't seen him in a long time. And what he said to me was, he said, hey, man, it's good to see you, man. But I got to tell you, he said, you know what, man, I really can't tell you. I appreciate, and I watch you with your daughters, man, all these years. And he says, man, you've done a great job. So, you may not always have the best relationship with your kids from time to time, but when you do have somebody to tell you that they've seen you and they've watched you, raise, be a part of raising 5 girls, and that they admire you for that, that's why you do it. So I go out and I do things for people because I just kind of feel like ultimately it'll pay itself back. And after that incident happened to me, life changed. It wasn't about money. It wasn't about time. It was just about being happy.
And that's the overbearing theme that keeps coming through with Truth Worth Trillions. And it's literally how much, it's almost, tell me if it makes sense as I interpret this. Trillions is not a tangible number.
Correct.
But you're really going to achieve in terms of a financial goal. But it's just worth so much.
It's a journey.
It's worth much more than you
absolutely.
And ultimately, it's the happiness you gain that's worth trillions, not the actual.
Because there's no dollar amount that you can ever.
Sky's the limit.
Yeah, there's
keep
no dollar
on
amount.
pushing, no.
All right, good stuff, guys. That's what we like to convey on the show and talk about here. Tell me a little bit as you've gotten into helping people. Give me a couple examples of people you've already had some impact on. I know you've been training people for a long time. Both of you have, actually, I guess, for a long time. And just give me a couple examples of times where you were like, there was somebody who was down and out, you stepped in and helped guide them the right way, and what that return for you was and how you impacted that life.
I can get right off the rip. A young lady that I went to school with, Robin Jackson. Hey, Robin, how you doing? I started working out with her in St. Louis several years back, and I basically trained her maybe 2 months. And from that 2 months, I do believe she went on a tear to where she was a bike riding, she was running marathons, half marathons. I mean, she really stepped it up a notch. And it's always good to see somebody who you take them, you train them, you teach them everything that they need to know. Because believe you me, we don't want you as a client for more than 3 months. We need 3 months, twice a week, and we'll teach you everything you need to know. And then you take off and you go from there. When we do that and we turn around and we see you 2 or 3 years later and you still look good, you still working out, or we following you on Facebook and you climbing a mountain or you skydiving because of the initiation from us, or us initiating that, starting you, that's what we do it for. And we love to see that. I love to see it.
Frank, is that what it's all about for you?
That's what it's all about. Like I said, just seeing people grow and then being able to convey that and do that for the rest of their life as a lifestyle change. It's the best thing. Yes, you know what I'm saying? We want, because it's all about, you don't have to be a CrossFit. You don't have to be a bodybuilder. You don't have to be out running no marathon. You're just doing something for yourself. And to me, that's a reward in itself. So we like to see that. And like I said, if we see you in the gym, man, for 3 or 4 months, knowing that you're in here just for that, not for anything else, just for your own benefit, we want to let you know, say, hey, we see you. We want to congratulate you. We want to give you a trophy because we're acknowledging you. And that makes people feel good when you can sit there and say, hey, I seen you last year. You're doing good this year.
You'd be surprised.
You know how much that lifts people up.
Feel.
And that's all we're trying to do is uplift our people, man, to where health is wealth. And like I say, truth is worth trillions. And
strong people don't use their strength to put them down. They use it to pick them up.
Yep.
Another great quote there, everybody.
Like
strong people don't use their strength to put people down. They use their strength to pick people up.
Yes.
There we go. Take note, guys. I got my pencil out of here for that one.
I got to write that one down, too.
That's actually my pencil.
Hey, I got to take that one down myself.
Write that one down, everybody.
Yeah.
Well, tell me, that's pretty. So, what's the long-term objective here? I mean, you've got some attention of some very high-profile people already that are kind of digging on what you're saying here and like what you're leading the community with. What's the long-term objective here? Where is this thing going to go next?
I honestly, I don't know. I'm just going to keep trying to put out the best quality product that I can. I'm going to continue to stay engaged, to try to, keep my ear to the ground to the most current and late events, and just to do whatever I can to move forward in the direction of, being happy. And as long as I can continue to affect people, as long as I continue, we continue to get the feedback, we're just going to keep going.
Yeah, sky's the limit. Like I say, anybody that wants.
If anybody want to write us a check, do it on the way.
Right. Like I say, because the sky's the limit. We got a lot of people, like you say, big heavy hitters that want to come on, promote, support, sponsor, and it's a dope look because all we're trying to do is give back to the community, let people know that there is a chance for anybody and everybody to be healthy, be wealthy, be happy. And it's out there. You just got to have the ways and the means to know how to get it. And it's not a lot of times that it seems like it's so far away for you to grab, and it's really not. You just need to know what doors and what handles to open. And sometimes it's just so hard to choose a door, and we're just here to help you find that door.
And along those lines, it's not by chance, by accident, that the people that are noticing you guys are stepping up and saying, hey, I want to be involved with this.
Right.
This is a method, as a matter of, if you're doing these things, kinds of things go your way.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit more about the background that led you here, because this is not something you guys weren't professional show hosts all your life. Fitness.
Actually, I was. I'm a performer.
Jerome talked to me a little bit today about the fact that
I'm not.
Well, you enjoyed it. It kind of spawned your interest in this. You and I did a show a couple of years ago. I just saw it on the YouTube channel. I'll put that up for everybody to see.
That was dope.
But that was the part 2. Bad Bart and the Cowboy over there. You can see that one on the wall there. It's this one right here, this show in the middle. But that kind of was initiation that kind of introduced you to this, and now look where it's led.
Yeah.
And
tell me. Studio. Well, I mean, I think I was in town. I came in town for a party or something. I don't remember, but I know I always stop by. And you had kind of made some adjustments, and you kind of sat down and just threw the stuff on the screen, and man, a star was born.
Yep.
I had the black. Oh man, I've been getting all kind of compliments on that black hat, and it was just I showed it to a couple of people, and they kind of felt like I did a pretty good job, and so I just kind of I didn't go back to it until recently, but nevertheless, I mean, it probably wasn't the right time then. But now I got all the right things in order. So, you know, I enjoy doing it, and that was the itch that I had. That black cowboy hat and sitting here with you and the lights. Oh God, the lights. But everything.
Bright lights.
Yeah.
42,000 looms here in our studio,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. Then tell me, how did the connection work out so conveniently? Is timing everything, as they say, when you met Sean and you said, hey, man, I'd like to have you on as a guest and as a host, and now it's turned into a situation. Tell me how that worked out.
Well,
like you said, timing is everything. Because it was just, when he brought it to me, I was like, oh, this is going to be dope. I said, man, let me know when you do your skits or your shows, episodes. I said, because I just want to be a part of it. I said, because there's a lot of big things out here, and I just want to get my word across. And he was like, man, for sure. And I was like, man, good luck. I'm proud of you. I'm excited. I was. This is an excited guy. He's always hyped. I was just hyped as him. It wasn't even my show then. I wasn't even a host then. I was like, man, this is gonna be dope, wasn't it? I'm like, we gonna take it to the next level, this and that. And it just came to a fit.
Some kind of way, there's going to be a whole lot of people surprised that you said he's a hype guy. It is about time. I think everything worked out. I mean, perfectly. I mean, from 8 months. 8 months we've been working at the gym together for 8 months. Probably met, and he works. Frank works in Kansas City, which I used to live in Kansas City. We both work out. We both know people, a lot of people in U City. Yeah. So it was just kind of like the timing of it just happened, and it's like we just kind of go along with the flow. I mean, we don't force anything. We don't rush anything. We just basically, hey, what you want to do? Okay, you want to go get something to eat? Okay, go to the gym. Okay, go. That's it. No issues, no resistance. And the one thing that I like the most about it is just the positive vibe. It's always a positive vibe. We don't look to tear anybody down or to create a problem. It's always positive, and when you always have positive people around you, it says a lot about your character as a person as well as theirs.
Yes.
Well, that's another key to happiness and success, I believe, because your mind is your body, I should say, is only going to respond to what your mind is telling it. And if you're thinking, oh, I can't do this, then it starts preparing for something it can't do and say, all right, let's set up for failure or to not achieve. But if your mind is telling you, hey, let's proceed, we're going to make this happen. All right, the body's got to gear up for that. The body only does what it's told, right?
Yeah. And when like I said, in your surroundings, if you're surrounded by successful people, you can't do nothing but be successful. If you're surrounded by people that don't want nothing, that don't have nothing, you're going to be like your environment, and they're going to be the same people. And then the ones that are like that and know you're trying to get out, sometimes they be self-sabotage because they be the ones that be. Yeah, I want to hear good.
Another quote?
Yeah,
you might have heard this before.
I'm ready.
If you hang around with 9 broke friends, bound to be the 10th one.
That's how I do it. That is facts.
That's true.
I need a bell or something going down. Well, that's true. For real. Because in your Rolodex, you should have at least 10 people you can call on to get you out of any situation. A lawyer, a doctor, finance agent. For real. If you open your phone, your Rolodex in your phone, and you say, "Okay, none of these people help me," what are they in your phone for? For real, because you got to have a strong stability of a strong circle. The way you say, hey, I know somebody can do that for me. I know somebody got to connect with that. Their connections is what makes things work.
I remember when we shortly after we met, you helped me move. You helped me help a friend of mine move.
Yeah.
Remember, you did that. You said, I'll help you because we supposed to go do something. And you was like, well, I said, we can't do it because I got to help my friend move. You was like, yo, man, I help. That was cool, man.
Yeah.
But you just don't have that often. You don't see that a lot now. No. So
that's how you tell. That's how you tell people that's real. And connections, because a lot of people, man, don't always have a hand out. They just know the bigger picture. So when people know the bigger picture, they're always willing to do whatever it is to help that person succeed or help that person to the next level. Because in the long run, every celebrity, every star has a story to tell you. Say, hey, I was out here living in my car, and this person came out here and was feeding me and didn't have no plots or plans on who that person was going to be. And next thing that person comes back to that person that's still working in the same spot in their restaurant and say, listen, you helped me out when I was down. Here you go.
I don't want nothing back. I got extra days. I don't want nothing back. God gave me a mission that I need to either complete, or He gave me extra time for something that I already did.
I got a long list of people that I want to hand a check to. Yep. And that's just how I feel. Like I say, because whoever helped me out, everybody might get a different amount. And all I'm gonna say is, don't tell nobody what I gave you. Here's your money. Don't tell nobody what I gave you. Here's your check. Because that's how I feel that people need to be rewarded, man, when they do things for you, especially when they do it unwillingly and know, Nothing about it. No harm, no nothing. Just saying, hey, I see you. I see your potential. I want to help. I want to be a part of it. And that's how people been coming to us now. Like, hey, I see it. I want to be a part of it. I want to help you. I just want to be a place in that fraction to where I create history with you.
We pretty cool, man. We pretty dope, bro.
I think so.
Cool dudes, but we was out last night, so they was peeping us.
Right.
Well, yeah,
but you know why though? I think we had CB with us. They were like, who's that in security? Them guys got to play some kind of sport with him because they. I feel good. I'm like,
but that's 3 weeks in a row though. That's since we went downtown at the one spot. They really thought we were somebody when we were
yeah. But it's the positivity and the stuff we ooze, man, makes you want to know, who is these guys? And with him, they especially be like, and I'm going to lie and say, yeah, I play a sport. I'm an old athlete. I'm old now. I'm retired. From what? But no, it is, man. Our charisma, our attitude, we always positive, man. And CB always has a smile on his face. He's always taking pictures. And it just make Cowboy always making things feel comfortable. And everybody that comes around is just want to be a part of us. I look up and be people that wouldn't even know standing around us like this. So I'm like, who is this guy? I just want to be with you guys. I just want to be where you guys are at. And that's a good thing because I'd rather for somebody to want to be around me than to see me and say, I don't like this guy and I don't want to stand next to him.
That's why we smile so much.
Yeah. We want you to come to these next. We want us to come talk to us. We want you to come ask us questions. If we got the answers, we're going to give them to you. Truth. That's what matters.
Frank, tell me a little bit then about, Jerome shared a little bit of a story where he overcome a very serious health issue. Tell me, is there any particular or one or two challenges in your life you're like, this is what helped me realize and respect and appreciate where I come from and what I've gone through that kind of put you where you're at now?
So I guess when I was doing this product and everything, I struggled because I used to give all my last. I haven't been to school. I got 2 degrees. And I was just hammering on wanting to be successful. And I always, whatever I made extra money, I would put it to the side. I was like my own little lab. I had you would think I was selling the wrong things. I had my scale out here trying to measure product for protein and trying to do all these certain things. I'm like, man, I got to get this just right. And I would go and I would just spend so much money and I would focus on this to where back in the day they would call me Team No Sleep because I worked 3 jobs. I went to school and I would be at work and I would just be at work and I was a casino pit boss. So I'd be at work on just think at the craps table, the guy in the middle, and I'd be like this the whole time. And they was like, what is he doing? But I was so drained that I knew that I had to keep going. I would be asleep on the craps table, remind you. And everybody on my team knew and had so much love for me, they would take up for me. And they'd be like, oh, he's watching the dice. He knows everything's going on. But in actuality, now that I can say since I don't work anymore, I was actually asleep. And I stayed asleep like half the shift. But everybody knew that I had a goal and I was a journey, and it was just a long journey of being, I'm the one, I slept in my truck before. I slept outside before. I've been homeless. I've been down and out. And I got a big family, but I'm telling you what made me homeless is my pride. You know what I'm saying? Because I was so busy on trying to spend money and do things. I don't want to never go to nobody and say, hey, I ain't got nowhere to sleep.
Somebody told me.
So the struggle's real.
Somebody told me, I'll say real quick because I know we're probably pressed for time here. Somebody told me years ago that, I think I was probably at my lowest. It was probably before my divorce happened. And, it was one of those things where it was going to happen. Follow the process. They said follow the process.
That's it. Stay with it.
Follow the process. You follow the process, you will not let yourself down. If you follow the process, you won't be disappointed.
Yep. Only the strong survive. Like I say, being in a coma, being out, only the strong survive because it's the will. It's the will. And like I say, when you down and out, don't have nothing left, your last dime, your last dollar, it's the will to survive. And it comes out of nowhere.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you've enjoyed this rendition of the Your Little Castle Show. We're highlighting the leaders that are making a difference. Here they are, everybody. Truth worth trillions, making a difference on our little planet. We hope that they help you with some insight. Reach out to them. Touch these guys. That will make a difference and make a difference in your life to help you reach your goals. Thanks. Giddy up.